training swords and sharps swords that I work on, I started making those roughly 10 years ago when I started in Western martial arts myself. I thought it was beneficial to learn how to use the sword to be able to make one properly. Without knowing how it's used, you can't really make it properly. You can just make something that's sword-like. Make everything from one-handed trainers, arming swords and messers to two-handed swords, and recently I've just finished up a montante, 5.5 feet of awesome steel. 4-foot blade, 16-inch handle. Awesome. Basically anything that I've just finished is my current favorite. But over time, one of my favorites is a Viking scramble axe that I have done. I actually hated to see that one go when I sold it. Training sword, a fetter short or fetter, it has to be able to flex and return to true, take a beating, and be durable enough to last optimally for years, so that the customer can get the most bang for his buck, the most value for his money. If it's a training sword, there's a 2-year guarantee. I guarantee that it will last for 2 years. And during that time, if anything happens, bring it back to me and I'll fix it, replace it, or make it right. One of the advantages of belonging to a Western martial arts club or a HEMA club is that I get to play with new products, the stuff that I make at the club, and see how they're used firsthand and how they hold up and how they react. And also they get passed around from person to person in the club. And even when I'm not there, my stuff gets first-hand testing. It's not sent off to somebody else for review that they might say that it's good just because they got a sword to play around with. This here is tested. We've broken swords and found out that what works and what doesn't work. The last batch have held up through tournaments where in that tournament they've probably seen more abuse than most training swords will see in 2 years of just in the regular training. But in the tournament, everybody plays harder, and these held up just fine. What I love about making knives and swords is the opportunity to be creative, to take basic materials and turn them into functional works of art. Not just something that's functional, not just a work of art to hang on the wall, but a functional work of art. I like simple lines, nothing exceptionally fancy, but there's beauty in simplicity. So a simple design, a nice wood to complement the design of the knife or the sword, and the combination is exquisite.